YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back on the Himyar campaign, ready to get back into action. Looks like that army's retraining nicely. Alexandria is safe. We're in control of Ptolemais, which means the Garamantians ought to be in a relatively fair amount of hurt right now. They do own a few more settlements. Let's get in here into diplomacy real quick, because the West Romans now border me and could potentially... Now, why would they not like me?
Speak what you must and be done.
Great power? Okay, sure.
Speak your terms.
Let's see. Break trade agreement. Trade agreement. They do not want a trade agreement, even though they need some of the items that I have. So that's pretty irritating. Oh well. Anybody else that might be interested in trade? Macedonia. Unlikely, but
so that I may go to the baths and wash away.
Yeah. Why don't you go to the baths and wash away? All right.
Speak your speech so that I may go to the baths and wash away.
The baths. Are we having trouble speaking here today? All right. Looks like we're good. So, I mean, that was a lot of emphasis on that part of the word. Like that, yeah, very interesting. I don't think there's anything else I can do this turn. I just need to end the turn and get some money back. So, let's go ahead and end it. Then we'll continue the war against the Sassanids. Looks like I finally caught up with these Parthians, but they are fortified, so I'm just going to retreat off. They're kind of stuck in the Sinai. There's really nowhere for them to go. As soon as I can catch them on open ground, they're dead. Really want to get control of Libya at this point, and then see if we can force the Garamantians out of the war. You would think my hatred for the Garamantians might have some sway upon the Western Romans, but it did not. Gortyna is going to be a problem too. Macron has a small army moving down towards Omana. I don't know how that army got past me, really. Only a few spots it could have come from. Critical success, huh?
We fight for you, my
African separatist collateral damage. Crap, now I gotta spend all my money to bloody repair the dam. Dadgummit. Bunch of horse crap. This dam just gets more expensive every dang time you repair it, so I gotta give all my money for it. Which means that I'm gonna have to end this turn, too, without accomplishing anything. Well, it turned the whole dang map for me, too. That was weird. Okay. Does this army of Macron have any chance of... I mean, what do we have garrison-wise? I've got enough to give these guys a little trouble, I think. So, we'll just let it play. And I don't feel like chasing them. Are these idiots still out here? Fortified? Yes. Morons.
My lord.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna move across the Sinai here and take care of what I need to. Stay right here. That way we can retrain. We're not retraining very quickly, but we can retrain. And then take this army and move on out here to Ptolemais, and then we'll recolonize this last settlement. So, got a fleet training. We'll use that against the Garamantians very soon. This army is ready to go, and it has an onager, which is going to be quite helpful. It'd be quite nice to push up and take Antioch. To be honest, that would put... Really? The Garamantians control... They control Gortyna and... Jeez, the only thing they don't control is Rhodes here. Gortyna and Rhodes is... No, Cyprus. Sorry, Rhodes is back over there. Ah, jeez. What a bunch of crap. I'm going to move up and hit Tyrus because it's not defended at all. And this only makes sense. Keep the pressure on the Sassanids would be best. Just going to occupy My income is coming up nicely, so how come... Oh, I don't have any money to repair any of it, so we'll just have to wait till the next turn. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and end another turn. Got some research that's getting knocked out anyway. Getting a hold of Antioch would be good. Be a solid port city. Give us access to Asia Minor. Keep putting some pretty serious hurt on the Sassanids. With the amount of money we have, we need to focus on getting those other armies built up to the way we want, so that I can project more power. I really have got to get some agents out too. I've been kind of dancing around it. We need to get some spies and champions out to help these armies. Garamonti is probably going to turn around and try and either use their agents or sail back down to Ptolemais since I walked away from it. No, looks like they're going to retreat further. Maybe they're going to go for the trifecta of the Mediterranean and try and capture Rhodes. Okay, these guys are going to attack me here. We can take these guys out. So, let's go ahead and fight this battle. If I don't take them out, I really don't care. I think that they injured my general before the battle. Excellent. Because that actually would have been quite helpful to have that desert chieftain. That's irritating. That is irritating. We can take the high ground and basically screw them over with that for sure. And they don't have any skirms, so let's go and start the battle. Let's go ahead and fast forward, force them up this hill. Basically, I'll charge their infantry with my own and then just charge headlong into their Armenian spears with my camel cataphracts, essentially camel cataphracts. Not quite. I'm not going to spread too crazy wide with these guys just because the Sassanids... Oh, actually, maybe that would be better. Yeah, I think it would be better. Actually, let's spread wide with one. We'll go around the flank with the other. That way we can impact multiple Sassanid units. Yeah, this will work. Okay, forward. Here. Yeah, this ought to be a pretty devastating... I'm actually going to pull off the charge there because the Armenian spears do have expert charge defense.
Our general is under attack.
Let's see if we can lure their general out here to where I can properly defeat him. Right here into the back of that mess. Gonna get into the enemy Sabra Sardar here, but there are spears supporting. But I mean, the Armenian spears are gonna get wrecked pretty bad as I drive home this rear charge. So pretty sure the Armenian spear, or are these even Armenian spears? Yeah, they are. I was wondering if they were the levy. They're gonna get wrecked pretty hard right there. Felt like they lasted a little longer than they should. Yeah, my armored camel warriors are just crapping all over their infantry here. I have an armored camel warrior in here that I can't even hardly see. You can see the spears get killed so slowly on high health cavalry that they just get destroyed in melee by the cavalry. One of the faults of Attila that's never been addressed. Probably nor ever will be. Doesn't seem like Creative Assembly has any interest in addressing that. So they must be happy with the game as is, would be my only assumption there. Now, camels do have relatively low morale. That is the downside of the camel units. Otherwise, the health and heavy, like mass, of the camels is well worth it. We're a little blobbed up here. Let's get out of here. Okay, this charge here is going to wipe out these guys. So yeah, easy victory over those guys. Easy victory between the terrain, cavalry. I mean, no question. Who's going to win that? There we go. So the Armenian spears all getting beat down by the cavalry that they're supposed to be a counter to. It makes sense if you don't think about it. So there we go. So I think Parthia's had their comeuppance there. Nice try, gents, nice try. Actually it wasn't, and please never come back. No, they did get away though. A long ways away. Like a really long ways away. And they actually either injured or killed my leader there, which is pretty darn irritating. And it looks like another one here too. Rebellion. So food shortage. Where's the food shortage? Oh, it's in Syria. Hostile agent activity. Assassinate. Okay, all these guys are hitting term of office. Did they kill another one of my characters? I don't even know anymore. They've killed so many of my characters. This guy doesn't have any male children. Let's see what his influence level is. See the location, view character. No, I don't want to view the character details. I want this. Okay, let's tell this guy. We should have generals. He's a general in Libya. Let's have this guy. How come I can't adopt? This will decrease their loyalty. The acting character has insufficient influence for this action. Oh, what? Why does he have? I mean, he has 48 influence. Is that not enough, or is that his age? What the heck's going on here? That's his age. He has 48 influence. It's not enough to adopt someone? Holy crap. How much influence does it take? Let's see if we can pull this guy in. He should be an easy grab. And then, as far as these positions go, let's get some of these assigned out. Okay, I don't know what you're doing here, but you're ticking me off. I want this guy here. There. No. Here. Thank you. Good grief. Just making sure there's at least one person in each of those positions. Master supplies is probably good. Okay. There we go. Alright. I think we got that handled. We can repair everything entire. I don't need the weaver. I need to tear that down, and I don't need the dye works. Start getting rid of that stuff. That's part of what's driving the food storage, or the food shortage there. Let's see, this fleet is coming along nicely, and we got a little bit hacked up by an agent here. A little bit of a defense down here, but I think we can handle it. Yep. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and push the Garmontians back and occupy here. So, get the cunning, the public order. Got to put all the stuff on this new commander. Armor plus 5% for cavalry, battle movement speed for melee infantry, shield training. Let's do the shield training. Then enemy morale minus 10. Local region. Public order, tax rate, public order. See what we can get here. Cunning plus 2. Plus 15 versus Eastern Empires. Ooh, public quarter +5 local province. You can't hardly beat that with a stick. There we go. Alright. Looks like we got some rebels up here. Some East Roman looking rebels. Yep. Let's just stop by and give them a quick thrashing. They're going to run away, but we can kill them. I don't really want them to gain any ground, and then we can get garrison. Ptolemaeus is still going to try and rebel just because changing hands like this is making the populace quite unhappy. Wheat farm is a terrible choice here, but let's repair it so that I can convert it. And I don't really think the noble estate is what I want out here. Do I want a levy center? I sure don't think I do. I'm going to tear that down too. And since food is scarce in this province, let's go this route with the sanitation. And we've got a fishing jetty, so that'll help, and an olive press. So this will actually end up being a somewhat productive food province for us, believe it or not. Let's see. We pooped on the Sassanids, and we can continue pooping on the Sassanids by taking Emesa. This province is going to get extraordinarily unhappy, but I can't say that I care. Occupy. Yeah, we're gonna hit a rebellion in this province on the next turn. And the stables, let's repair it so I can convert it. Alright, so yeah, we're putting some pretty serious pressure on the Sassanids, and I have an onager so we can immediately just take Antioch from them. They do have an army here, but it looks like it's taking attrition, whether it's starving or whatever the case is. That may be good. We may have really hurt the food supply of the Sassanids by destroying Ctesiphon, quite possibly at least. I'm thinking about... I wonder how far the Sassanid Empire... It says desolate. Armenia, Sassanid Empire does stretch all the way back into here. That's where Macron is at as well. About half wonder if we should take this army and try and take Persis and Spahan. maybe good while we keep pressure on in Syria. But we can't get too far spread, I mean, because armies could come in through Osirene. Armenia seems to have a pretty fair bit of territory. Looks like Arya, Gepids. So, I mean, we are probably on equal power footing with the Sassanids now, which is pretty nice. Let's see, what have we got? We're working on the military war, so I'll wait and see what we can recruit after that. Ooh, this one turn of research, I can't do it though because I don't have enough money. I need to do that on the next turn because it'll save me upkeep cost. So let's go ahead and end the turn.
My lord.
Old Men of the Desert, replenishment +2, we'll take that. We'll take some extra morale later versus them inevitable face-off with the Huns. Okay, the Sassanids are going to move through Antioch and attack me at Emesa, which I haven't had time to replenish my troops, so it's a bit unfortunate. Curious to see what type of troops they have. And the Garamantians are going to double back. Look, doubled back into Egypt. Is Macron going to attack me at Omana? No, they're just going to stay out there. Rebels are going to fight back against me here. We'll take that back from them. It's not a big deal at the moment. Why are we all of a sudden having to get so many more generals and stuff? Rebellion, hostile agent activity. And yeah, it's because apparently their spies are succeeding in beating the crap out of me. Attitude -10 with assassinates. Like I give a crap. Like I give one fat crap. I'll tell you what I want to do is I need to bring up a new army. That's for dang sure. And I need to go ahead and finish that research. And they've already pulled that money from my treasury, so we're good. And then if we raise a new army, I can't train cavalry up here, but eventually I can do the Roomha warriors. Yeah, oh man, I'm just so low on money. Let's not build that right now, actually. Let's go ahead and raise another army here. Okay, yeah, let's raise forces.
At your command. You call this a garrison? It is a great and glorious thing to fight for our cause.
Okay, there we go. So we're gonna finish the research we need to. What the heck is Garamanti I think they're getting at here? Do they have me pinned in?
My lord.
They do. So I'm just gonna come down here and support, and then there's really not gonna be anything the Garamantians can hope to accomplish against me. And the Sassanids up here. How badly did my guys get beat up in that last battle? Holy onager. Look at this. Mercenary Savaran Cav and onager. 4 onagers. Can we upgrade our cavalry here? We sure can. Gonna get speed. So I now have 81 speed on my camel warriors, which is pretty cool. I don't know what all else is in their army. It's probably like crappier scout type units because I can't see them. No, just spears. Oh my gosh, how many onagers these guys. I don't want to fight this because of those onagers, and if it says I can auto-resolve, I'm honestly, let's quick save it just to make sure it doesn't kill all my infantry. And I'm just gonna let the auto-resolve handle this one, folks, because those onager are gonna be terrible. Wouldn't be a super interesting battle there anyway. And it just gets these guys off my case, which is important. And then we should be able to just double back here and hit Tyre again. Put these punks out of our city. And let's occupy. Palmyra, that was the faction? Man, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I want this stuff torn down, actually. Okay. So, Emesa is going to rebel again at the end of this turn. Or, Syria will. But that's okay. We'll be alright. +3 for missile units. What is this down here? Zeal, Authority, Cunning, Enemy Morale -2. Might try and get down to that. That'd be kind of cool to unlock. Okay, so this army ended up defeating. Let's head this way. And I'm just worried about the Sassanids bringing in armies from here. That's kind of why I'm training a new army down here, so that we can, you know, still be able to defend Arabia, and then maybe take an army out here to the east to start putting a herd on the Sassanids over there. And then we should be able to put down the Garamantians. And we're 3 turns from that, so got an unassigned skill here. What is this, a Magus? He's got all that stuff. Authority, Zeal, Cunning. What do we want to give him? He doesn't have much Cunning. Well, never mind. It doesn't give him Cunning. And I can't undo that point, unfortunately. Cunning +1, Authority. Give him more authority. More authority. Hopefully I can get this other army up to Syria to help out so that we can actually go properly siege Antioch. Antioch would be a great addition. Want to get that navy completed too so I can go raid the Garamantian Islands. Look at Garamantia bringing everything they got down here. Now they're going to attack this force because it can get singled out. You're a bunch of freaking pigs.
Regroup and fall back!
And now I have to fight this. That's just freaking irritating. I do have a lot of cavalry. We'll see what we can do. Well, I have some cavalry. And they must have used an agent to kill my general again before the battle here, thus depriving me of another cavalry unit. The enemy agents are getting out of control here. I have got to go look into what buildings I have to get rid of some of these enemy agents. This is insane. I do have a very good position here on top of the hill. Tend to utilize that.
The enemy has been spotted. Enemy reinforcements approaching.
It's Desert Chieftain, Garamantian Lancer, and a Desert Raider. Are their reinforcements vulnerable? Possibly. What do they got out here? Desert Chieftain, Desert Raiders. If their cavalry gets too far away, I might be able to come over here and smash up this infantry. Keep them from joining the fight. I wonder how high up this hill we can camp.
We are at your command. Double time.
The answer is pretty high.
Advance at speed. At the double. Our spears are yours. At the double. Armored cavalry warriors. We await your order.
Kind of want to single out these infantry and see if we can kill them before they're able to join up. Just desert tribesmen and stuff, but anything we can single out and destroy in this battle is going to be a worthwhile victory. I don't know that we can win this. This is pretty stinking irritating that I wasn't close enough to get reinforced by my army. That, well, they were sieged actually, that's why it couldn't happen. Okay, these infantry know that they're about to get hosed. If we can pull that Desert Chieftain out here and kill him too, that'd just be icing on the cake. Get back to the top of the hill. My camel warriors ought to smash those guys up pretty bad. I'm gonna move back over here away from the Desert Chieftain, see if we can lure him out too. All the enemy infantry over here is getting crapped on. Killing this Desert Chieftain would be a huge, huge boost. Because we could do it with relatively few losses out here. Okay, the Desert Chieftain's gonna get downhill charged by my armored camel warriors. Kill those spears. Crying out loud. I don't know how these spearmen are still standing here. There they go. So now I need to team up on this Desert Chieftain. Get him out of the game in a hurry. Those spears should be shattered already in my opinion, but I guess that's just my opinion. Don't know how long we can hold out up here without the help of our other troops, but see what we can do. I'm gonna try and focus out the enemy cavalry first. Okay, Desert Chieftain's dead.
The general has fallen. Our victory grows ever nearer.
Okay, just get back over here.
The enemy is attacking our general.
Come down the hill a little bit so I can get my slingers up behind. Come on. Get in here behind, please. Okay, we wrecked the enemy shock cavalry. See if we can wreck the Desert Raider. Yeah, look at the chain waver going on in the enemy units because of the death of the general. This is very good, and them having to fight into a massive uphill disadvantage is not going to help. Cavalry charges should seal the deal here. Okay, missiles away from that. Okay, they do have precursor javelins on a lot of their units. That's kind of a problem. We need a cavalry or an infantry unit to help fix some of these infantry so that we can get a chain route started. Okay, charge the units with the okay, I probably just lost some hurlers. It's not going to be the end of the world. If we can get the chain route going over here amongst all these units, it's going to be a big, big help. This unit routed on contact. Okay, we got to get away from all the precursor javelins. We need to intercept the units with precursors. Let's get the armored camel warriors out here, chase off the bows and the slingers. Okay, let's just start firing into this. Okay, there's some Jav Cav over there. Don't really want to play with the Jav Cav. They've got some spearmen that are holding stronger than I'd like. Let's get all the slingers over here. Get into the back of these spears. Let's hope our general doesn't die. He very well might. He should not now. Side charge from the camels. Very tired camels, but the enemy is already wavering. Just gonna hit the back of these legionary defectors. Just attack. Yep, okay, good. There we go. Okay, chain route. Take that, you Garamantian fools. And I'm gonna run these pigs down too, since they wanted to push it on me. Actually, these guys can chase them down. You come over here, help run these guys down. Yeah, I'm gonna use my camels to just run these guys to death. We're getting rid of all these troops while we have a chance. If they want to pull this bull crap, I'm gonna make them pay for this bull crap. My camel warriors are exhausted from running all over the map. I'd like to catch those desert hurlers. Well, actually, I'm not nearly as worried about the hurlers. Get the infantry. Get these spearmen too. Yeah, we should be able to get most of the big groups of enemy infantry before they get off the field. This should also hopefully build up some more chevronage for our armored camel warriors who are becoming quite potent. Got 68 attack, that's what I'm talking about. Desert legionary defectors. Bet you're wishing you hadn't defected now, dirtbags. Okay, so we're getting those guys. I want to get some, yeah, my camel warriors are just absolutely exhausted. These poor camels have been all over the map, and it does not look like pleasant conditions. I'm guessing all these guys have mud in their nose from all the heavy breathing in the desert. It can get a little bit nasty. I don't have battle experience in the desert, by the way, either. Just done some sports and stuff, like some mountain biking, and had a day where it got all dusty and it was crazy. Like, literally felt like you had a mud pie in your nose. We got some decent sized groups getting off the field over here, but you know, at least we did a lot of damage. The AI took some massive losses for this horse crap, trying to hunt me down and catch me. You caught me. You happy about it? That's all I got to say about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish hunting these guys down, rack up the kills, make sure that they can't use those guys against me in the next battle. So there we go. That was well worth it. Those hurlers, man, they destroyed those Garamantian lancers. And they lost they lost pretty much all their mercenary legionary defectors. Whatever the heck they were. Bunch of Roman wannabes. I'm going to take on warriors so that this army can continue to help here. I'm going to push back against the Garamantians at Aguilat. Yeah, you better run, pigs. That's right, Macron, get the heck out. You're all gonna get yours. That's all Patchy has to say about that. Looks like a Mesa got taken again. We can retake it. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. We're just going back and forth here. What are these? Palmyrene rebels once again. It's just gonna be continual rebellion basically here, until I get another army up to help keep them from accomplishing this, because of the penalties from capturing this stuff. Okay, why are you showing me all this stuff again? I get it. Minus 70 on this turn. That's good. At least the population won't be very unhappy. Got the extra replenishment now. Okay. Let's see. These guys can go ahead and get up here to Tyre. I do have the levy center here. I wonder what that would have allowed me to recruit, actually. It's going to rebel here anyway, so we might as well pull down here. What can I recruit? Spears. Desert Tribesmen. That's the sword unit. They're not going to be particularly useful, to be honest. All kinds of cavalry available to me. Himyarite Shotalai. These guys are pretty awesome. But, I mean, the armored camel warriors have it all because they're good against cavalry too. So, don't really see the need for such a thing. May not make for the best army, but at least for the time being, it wouldn't hurt to just kind of bolster up with some of these trashier units, just so that I have a full army. 2, 3, 4. Throw one more swordsman in there. Yeah, so we could go ahead and just bolster up that. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing off for now. I'll see you all back on the next episode.